Good morning, everyone. I'm Lamont Gilchrist, certified personal trainer nutritionalist, IFBB professional bodybuilder, WMBF, which is World Natural Professional Bodybuilder. And that is my phone buzzing off. And I'm coming to you from Dallas, Texas. The date is 9/20/18. And today's conversation is going to be about a couple of important things, and we're going to get into verbiage and pronunciation and what things actually really mean based on when I'm speaking about the subject, which is vitamin D, hormones, and other issues. So let's get straight to the point. Most of you are suffering from a lack of vitamin D. And when I say vitamin D, I'm using terms that I learned in college, terms that I've learned in continuous studies and research, and terms that I've learned just in general so that we can communicate and to apply these terms. But in enlightenment, research, and just in the very nature of DNA memory, just like how being able to tap into my inner instinctual, genetic, ancestral heritage. Certain things feel right when you hear certain things, and certain things make you question it. That's the problem with education and listening to people about their interpretations, is that it's a bunch of rhetoric and it's coming from somewhere with very little research, very little understanding, and not being able to tap into the very nature, the essence of that information from advanced, some people call it God, some people call it Yahweh, you can call it whatever you want to call it, intelligence that is inherently placed inside indigenous people to be able to survive and in pursuit of the perfection and the unity of being indigenous. So I'm going to break down the word vitamin real quick. Vital means vital when it comes to human consumption or need, and amine means acid, like amino acid. But vitamin D is actually not a vitamin. It is actually a hormone. Indigenous people definitely need to get into the sun because you can synthesize it just like a plant synthesizes chlorophyll. It actually helps with the immune system. I know you heard it was for bones. That's not really true. It helps with red blood cells. It helps with curing cancers. It helps with, I could just go on and on about all these things that people are calling and mispronouncing and misinterpreting as being vitamins and other aspects, which really don't have any intellectual insight to the design or to the supreme design, because they lack the connection, the wisdom, the understanding, and the ability to see outside of classic education, which is basically programming and brainwashing to some degree, so that someone can profit by you regurgitating their information until they make it become truth to some degree, but not true. So back to the subject that I was talking about. So with vitamin D, you need to get into the sunlight. It is absorbed and it goes into the liver and the kidney. And from scientific observation, what they can observe, which is not certainty right now, science is not a certainty, it's always evolving. It changes into what they're calling hormone or vitamin D25, where it helps with the red blood cells, it helps with the immune system, it helps to prevent diseases like cancer and all these other stuff. Now, I'm going to say something that some people probably don't like, but it's just a factual basis. Everybody don't have the same genetic makeup. Everybody doesn't have the same DNA. Everybody doesn't have the same bone density. So certain groups, the standards that they set for these things that they are calling vitamins is not reflective to indigenous or certain groups of people, because some of us need more, some of us need less. Our bodies receive it and can get it in different ways. Indigenous people and people with hue melanin can actually absorb it and actually utilize it. They actually don't do well with the supplemented or the outside sources as good because it's inefficient. You know, you have to understand when you have an object or you have gases or you have things in the universe that are here to sustain life and they're here to preserve life. If you can get it directly from the source, people are always talking about, do I eat vegan or do I eat animals or do I eat certain things? You have to look at directly from the source. Animal eat a plant, and depending on the plant that an animal eat, we know this by cows having a lot more omega-6 that are not grass-fed, having diseases, stuff like that. So depending on the structure, and most animals know what to eat in their own natural environment. So depending on the structure of how they're forced to eat is going to change the genetic makeup, the sickness, and the basic design of the animal from a genetic structure. And so if the cow eat the plant, we eat the cow, so we get certain things that the plant have and certain things that the cow synthesize and that the cow has, because the plant becomes the cow. So what you eat becomes you. You have to have an understanding of that. And if you want the best version of yourself, you need information, and you need vital and the right information that is going to be best for the way you are, your genetic makeup, your ancestral heritage, and the things that's going to preserve and put you at your highest plane of existence, consciously, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So for more information about, vitamin D supplementation, how much you should have, how to do it, how to get it back on track, how to reverse diseases, how to get healthy, you can contact me via Messenger, my website, or message me. I do consultations. I do one-day training, retooling courses where I bring you in on the workout that you're doing and help you build around that so that you can move in a scientific direction that you need to move in. Like I said, nothing against other trainers or what people are doing out there, but when you do not have the enlightenment, you don't have, the years of experience of being in a certain field at the highest of levels, manipulating bodies at the highest of levels to where you could take it to the professionals, the pinnacle, and do all these things naturally. You just don't have the information, the wisdom, the research, or the understanding how to affect the human body that way. And not to say that what it is that other people do or their method or what it is that they do isn't good, but in a lot of cases, good is not complete, and you want it to be specific for what it is that you're trying to do. So everybody have a great day. My indigenous family, you have a great day. Everyone else, make sure you have a great day and a blessed day. Contact me if you have any questions about any of the information that I presented in this video. Thank you.